Hello, franchisors. Thank you for joining us on this fall meeting tutorial for our upcoming conference. As you can see, the dates here are October 26th through the 28th, and there's going to be some communication hitting your inbox between now and those dates. So please keep a lookout for emails from Karen or the FranNet team. These emails will include instructions for specific days. They will be including other important information, some FAQs. So it's going to be something to keep an eye out for. Now, this video is going to be a quick reminder of how to use the conference app. So I am going to go ahead and minimize this and bring you to the conference app. So if you recall from the spring meeting, we used this as a sort of one-stop shop to not only do speed meetings, but inform you about all the other things that are going on. So we're just going to review this again to make sure everybody has this saved and knows how to navigate the app. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us at any time to make sure that you have everything set up ahead of time for a smooth conference. So the first thing, of course, I would suggest that you do save this link. Now, I actually have it bookmarked here for easy access, but you can have this saved however you wish. If you had saved it for the spring meeting, if you attended that, just make sure that it's the right link and it brings you to this page and you see fall meeting. Want to make sure that you have the right things in front of you. But I do recommend going ahead and saving that first. And once you do have that easily accessible, quick navigation of the side panel here, we have the home, which you can see is currently displayed, and then the agenda, attendees list, and the speed meeting schedule. So if I click on the agenda, it will show you each of the days and all the things that are going on. So we'll start the days around 10 or 10:30, depending on, of course, what day it is. There'll be a little welcome, and then we'll move into the speed meetings. There's going to also be some educational opportunities in the later on in the week, so keep an eye out for those. And at any time, you can come back to this agenda, or you can actually visit the FranNet conference website and see the same agenda as well. So there's good information in both places if you're checking both. The attendee list offers not just for the consultants, but franchisors who's visiting. So if you're curious if one of the consultants that you want to speak to are they going to be there? How do I contact them? This is a good place to do that. And then this is one of the more important areas, of course, as our speed meeting schedule. So if you did join us for the spring meeting, you remember that you would select the day that you're on. And then, of course, you would find your brand. So I'm just going to click from the top here. And once you select the day and your brand, it will pop out some additional information here. Now we're still working on getting together some links, so you will again be receiving that along with other important information for the day. But once everything is all settled, you'll see this information listed here. Now remember, the consultants have their own links for speed meetings, so they have their own Google Hangouts room, and they will be inviting you in when the time comes. So you don't have to worry about hanging out in a room on your own. They'll be hosting their own sort of virtual booths to which you will ask to be invited into. So that is something that is outlined here in these instructions. And of course, if you haven't used Google Hangouts, which I'm sure at some point between now and March, you've probably had to use it at some point, but if it's not something you're completely familiar with, there's plenty of instructions on how to use Google Hangouts here. We're going to do a quick tutorial on this video as well. But feel free to watch or interact with these different documents here, or reach out to us and we'll be happy to assist you with whatever questions you have. Your meetings will appear here down below. So for day one, you'll be able to say, all right, here's my agenda for the day, and quickly click into their Hangouts, which again, these will be formatted and updated very soon here. And this will change for each of the different days and have a different countdown here. So it's nice just to, I suggest leaving this up in a tab. As you can see here, you'd be able to leave this tab up and then join the different links off in a different tab, so you're always able to quickly click in between each different thing there. And with that, that's really the end of the app here. Quick and simple. There's not going to be any other things added to this, so feel free to familiarize yourself with the app if you haven't had a chance to already. And then just to quickly remind everyone about Google Hangouts, of course, we've been doing a lot of conferencing virtually, so I'm sure everyone has their audio and their video figured out by now. But of course, I do suggest testing that out just to make sure everything is good to go for the conference. And for Google Hangouts, you will get to this place when you click on the link, and you'll be able to join into that meeting. It might say something like request to join, but that is the button that's going to get you that invite. Of course, I highly suggest having your video and audio on. This is the best way, I think, to make those connections virtually. So another reason to test to make sure those things are functioning correctly. And once you are in, you'll have the ability to chat over here on the side. You'll have the ability to present your screen if you need to. You'll be able to change the layout if there's many people on the call and you want to see people at once. So this is all something that hopefully you'll have a chance to play with ahead of time, or you've been experiencing up until now. And then once you are done with your speed meeting, you can just exit out of the tab and then click into the next one for your next appointment, whichever clicking on this link here will get you there. So that is the main pieces to keep in mind with the app. And as always, we're here to support any questions that you have. Keep an eye out for some communications from Karen or the FranNet team. And thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to having everybody together.